Welcome in the kitchen. I'm so glad you all are here and you've joined me in the kitchen tonight. We're going to fix us some supper. Y'all know if I get on here, it's supper time, usually, as a general rule. So, it's supper time. Yay! I know, right? I'm going to do something quick. Summertime. We've been on the river today. It was a beautiful day earlier, and we're going to have some storms here after a while. It's clouding up, and so I want to go ahead and get this supper together and over with so I don't have to contend with maybe a power outage or, any number of things can happen if you have a summer storm, right? So what we're going to have tonight, do y'all remember all those potatoes that I fixed and mashed and put in the freezer? If you didn't watch that video, go back. It's just 2 or 3 weeks ago. Watch it. I had a bunch of potatoes that were going bad and had to do something with them. Here's a bag of my mashed potatoes. I'm going to put them right here in this bowl. Right here. They're still kind of frozen, but that's okay. Turn this oven on. We'll turn on about 400. Sounds good. 400 sounds good. I think they'll all go in this dish right here. Kind of broke them in two. I got them out when we came back from the river, but they've not all thawed out yet. But I think they're all going to fit. All right, there's our mashed potatoes. Throw that over there. Let me grab a towel. Okay, there's our mashed potatoes. Let me get a spoon or something here. Kind of finagle them down in there a little bit better. I was hoping they would go in there. There we go. I just wanted to break that little piece off. All right, I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm not going to cover them or do anything to them. I'm just going to set them in this oven. And as they start to get done, I'll come back and I'm going to put some butter on top of them and some pepper. And while those potatoes are getting all happy right there, I'll turn y'all up for in just a minute. We're going to fix us some cube steak. This is just it was a large package of cube steak that has become a small package because I put part of it in the freezer. Y'all are sitting on top of the butter. Let me move you. I got to move you back just a little bit. All right, y'all can see my board right here. And I'm going to pound this out just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Got another one of those that I would rather have. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all just hold on a minute. Here it is. This is the one I'm looking for. See these big grooves and the smaller grooves? This one just has small ones and a flat. Okay? We use that one to bust up ice with most of the time. All right. Here we go. This is already pretty tender, but I'm going to tenderize it just a little bit more. Just a wee bit more. All right, I'm just going to pound it out, this big side, okay? It's not going to take a whole lot. Just a little bit. All right. While I'm doing this, if you all have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me. It's greatly appreciated. I love my subscribers and I love all your comments. I look forward to reading them every day. I really do. It's like I now have all these new best friends from all over the world, and I just get so excited. Okay. All right, there we go. Let me put this over here in the sink and wash off my hands a minute. All right, we got that ready. Now then, I'm going to set this kind of over here out of the way a minute so y'all can see what I'm going to do right here in this pan. It's got a mashed potato in it, but that's all right. Will not hurt a thing, not one thing. I'm going to go in there with some all-purpose flour. Just like that. And I don't have a whole lot of meat, and that's probably plenty right there. I'd say that is plenty. All right, now then. This is the beef bouillon right here. Okay. And I'm going to get me out a spoon. And I'm going to go in here with a good heaping teaspoon or tablespoon of that. Right like that. Now I'm going to stir that up with this little whisk right here. Y'all see that? And you all, for years, I've used that chicken breader flour. It is down below in the links, and it, as well as in my Amazon storefront. For years, I've used that. And it's delicious on cubed beef steak, as well as cubed pork. If you can find cubed pork, we love it. It's hard to find in the grocery stores. It is delicious on cubed pork, as well as chicken, as well as vegetables. It is just a wonderfully seasoned breaded coating for just about anything that you want to do. All right, and in our skillet right here, I'm going to get me a spoon because I've got some oil right back here that all I did was fry French fries in it yesterday. And I'm just going to grab me out a spoonful or two of that. And right in there with that we go. That should probably be plenty of oil to fry up this steak. Ouch. Tea kettle's still a little bit warm. Alrighty, we may need a little bit more of this bouillon as we get ready to do our gravy. We might. I don't like this corner, it's too little. I don't have room to work, you all. I just don't have room to work. Alright, so I'm just going to dredge this meat in this seasoned flour here. Just like this. Yeah, I sent the hubby to the grocery store the other day, or he was going. I didn't send him. He likes to grocery shop. I don't know if y'all have one that does or not, but I do. And, oh, I love the fact that he likes to go buy groceries. And I told him, I said, they've got cube steak on sale. Get some. So he came back with this. And not only was it on sale, it had been marked down. It was like a day old or something. So we got like double discount on this cube steak. So he got me 2 big packages. So I've got enough for tonight and 3 more nights. So that'll last us a little while for our cube steak. I've got another small package out there in the freezer from a while back when I bought some. I usually buy almost all of my meat at Sam's. But you know, cube steak is really hard to find at Sam's. They don't have it very often. I don't know why, or whether they just sell out of it really quickly. I'm really not sure, but whatever the reason is, they don't have a lot of it. I'll let this get good and hot here. And it is. So I'm going to start laying this steak in here. I usually cut it in smaller pieces. But you know, they were smaller before I pounded them out, weren't they? And I'm using this Dutch oven for this because we're going to make us some good old gravy to go with it. and our mashed potatoes. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to leave this flour right here because we'll use that to make our gravy. Let me wash my hands. All right, now then. Yes, I just put an onion on my cutting board that has meat on it. I did. I absolutely did that. Are y'all going to shoot me? I'm going to cook this onion, so I don't think it really matters. All right, this is starting to cook. I'm going to grab me out a fork. I always use one of these big old forks, just a meat fork, to turn my meat when I'm cooking it like this. All right, now then I'm going to cut this onion. Let's see, I believe I'd rather have this this knife right here that's sharper. And this is the rest of the onion from last night, and I'm telling you all, these are called candy onions. These are some of the ones, if you watch my Pittsburgh trip, in Charleston, West Virginia, we stopped at a farmer's market on our way home, and they had these. They were called candy onions. And this is absolutely the sweetest onion I have ever put in my mouth. And you know, I always told y'all that strawberry onions were what you needed to buy. Well, I'm telling you, these are like eating sugar. I have never had an onion as sweet as this candy onion is. They are so good. And they were $1 a piece, you all. And I wish I had gotten all they had and put them in the freezer to have had them all winter. If I can ever find any more, I'm going to buy a bunch of them. Not that I'm driving, 4.5 hours back to Charleston, West Virginia to buy onions, but I don't know where they came from. I don't think they were locally grown. They could have been, but I don't think they were. All right, we're going to let this brown up a little bit. Let's check on these potatoes. They look fine. They're still not thawed out. But we're going to steam this, and we're going to brown these onions and get them all real happy, and we'll have onion gravy with our steak. I'll be back in a few minutes after this gets browned up good. All right, y'all. You see my lid? You know what I'm fixing to do, don't you? I'm fixing to add a little bit of water to this so we can steam it. All right, back up just a little bit. We're going to steam this off and on until our potatoes are just about done. Then we're going to take our onions, some flour, and make us some good old gravy to go on our potatoes. Yum. Yum, yum. Here's a little bite of the goodie. My lid's just about not big enough, but it works. It works. I do think that could use a little more seasoning. I do think it could use a little bit more. Let me grab a clean spoon because I don't know what happened to our other one. So I'm going to put some more in this flour. There we go. Put 2 more spoonfuls in there because we want our gravy to be very flavorful. By the time we add these onions and our water or milk, whichever you prefer, you can make gravy with water or milk or a combination. Okay, let's check on this right here and see. I believe it could just steam there for another minute. Like I said, I believe this looks a little better seasoned now. We'll try it that way, and if I need to add more, I'll add more when I get it going in our gravy. So right now I'm going to add these onions right over into this flour. Right like this. You don't have to do this. You can just throw your onions in there and saute them up and then throw your flour in there and do it that way. I've done it that way many, many times. I just thought I was standing here and thought, why not coat these onions? Just why not? Y'all, I think I'm going to take one of our big candy onions and make us some onion rings. Maybe that'll be tomorrow night's. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. Y'all think that would be good? I do. Would y'all like to have some onion rings tomorrow night for supper? I wish y'all could come and sit in the kitchen with me while I cook and eat whatever it is I'm cooking. Wish each and every one of you could just come and sit right over here and talk to me while I'm cooking. And you know, I bet there's a bunch of good cooks out there that watch me that would be able to say, you know, why don't we try it this way or that way? You know, that I don't even know about. I need to know about all you good cooks out there, because I'm sure there's a bunch. I'm sure there is a bunch of good cooks. Look at those. Don't those look good? All right, let me wash my hands, get all this over here in the sink, and I'll be right back. See if I can turn you off with my knuckle. I want y'all to, we're going to check these mashed potatoes. I'm hoping y'all can see them. Can y'all see those good? I'm going to try to stir them a little bit. Let's see if they're all thawed out. No, they're not. They're still not thawed out in the middle. So I'm going to stir them just a little bit. Just a little bit. You can put these in the microwave. No worries, no fretting. You can see how our steak is cooking. All right. Back in the oven they go. If I can find the pot holder. All right, now then. Bring y'all back, zoom you back out a little bit. All right, let's put us a little more water in here. See, I'm just going underneath that with this. And you can see where it's the brown on the bottom. But you put just that little bit of water in there like that. It pulls every bit of that up. Oh my goodness, y'all, this steak will just fall apart tender in a little bit. Promise you. So I'm going to keep doing this because our potatoes, it'll take them 30, 40 minutes, I guess, probably, to get done. But we're not in a hurry. But we'll come back when I take the steak up and make the onion gravy to go with it, okay? So there's our lid so it can steam. I've got it on about medium heat. You can do medium, medium low, but you do not want it on high heat right now because you're just wanting it to slowly get so very happy in there and just all yummy. And so I'll bring y'all back in just a little bit when we do our onion gravy, okay? Okay, now, look up here. Look right here. Tell them hi.
Hi, fans.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Okay, y'all.
Yay.
He's happy today. Like I said, we've been on the river and turn the lights on. been tubing down the river. And I'll give y'all a geography lesson. We live on the third cleanest river in the United States. Now, if y'all can look that up, you'll know what river we live on. Okay? All right, do y'all see all this good brown in here? Look at that. Here we go with our onions. We're going to saute these onions up right in here. Right in here. And I believe that's enough flour on those onions to make us a good bowl of gravy to go with our steak. Now then, we're just going to fry these up. Let me get this out of the way and rinse off my fingers. So we like to take advantage of our clean river. I'm telling y'all, the water in it is so clear. And there are also, I'll tell you how many fish per mile in this river. 9,000 fish per mile in this river. That's a lot of fish. That is a lot of fish, y'all. And it is a beautiful, beautiful river. I'll put a little more oil in there because I don't think I have quite enough for these onions. And the water is so clear, and it's not very deep. There are places that you literally have to get out of your tube and walk across rocks because there's just not enough water current to get you across. And then there are places that it, might be 4 or 5 foot deep. But you can always see to the bottom of this river. It is so clear. Trout fishing is very prevalent along this river. Fly fishing is just, they say it's some of the best fly fishing in the world. I don't know because I don't fish. But I do know that in the summertime, there are people out in the river fishing, fly fishing, all the time. All the time. So, I do know that. I know that much for whatever it's worth. May not be worth anything, but that's what I know. But I don't know anything about fishing. I do know there's lots of rainbow trout in our rivers. And bass, lots of bass fishing. And rainbow trout. As you're floating down the river on your tube, you can see little trout, and people over here on the banks are fishing and catching fish, and it's really a nice place. And we're really blessed to have such a natural environment that God has created for us to enjoy in the summertime. We really are. There are people that live in big cities and it's just hot and muggy, and they have to travel a long way to get out and enjoy things like that. And we have them right here in our backyard. So we truly are thankful for that. Can y'all see my onions? All the flour's coming off of my onions, which is fine. I knew it would. But you see how it's getting stuck there to the bottom? I'm going to go ahead and put some water in there. This is a quart jar of water. I'm just going to add it a little bit at a time and get all that to come up off the bottom. It'll pull every bit of that brown up. It will. Okay, y'all did not get me to finish this gravy because I had to take a phone call. It was family. Here's our steak. I'm not going to put it back in the gravy, I don't think, but I am going to set it back here on the stove. But look at this big pot of gravy. Y'all, and I've been tasting it, and it tastes so yummy. Our onions are in there. See all those onions? All right, let's check on our mashed potatoes. They should be ready to put us some butter on. I hope they are. They should be. Oh, yes, I think they are. Look at them. They're turning brown on top. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Let's try this spoon right here. Here's our mashed potato spoon. Yes. Look at that. Look how fluffy they are. I'm telling you all. Look at that. Look how fluffy those potatoes are. Oh, they're still a little bit frozen right smack in the middle, but that's all right. I'm going to stir them up good and put some butter on them and put them right back in there. And they will be done here in just a couple of minutes. All right, now then, let's put this butter on the top of them. This is 2 tablespoons of butter. It's what I had left from a stick from the other day. I'm just going to pat it out here just like this. Well, all right, there you go. There's our potatoes. Yum. Yum, yum. Licking the butter off my fingers. You know, when you're the cook, you get to lick your fingers, right? All right, let me pop these right back in here for about, 10 minutes or so. Then I'll come back and we put this all on the table. Okay, I think we're about ready to eat. I'm going to take our potatoes out of the oven. The butter's all melted and yummy looking on the top. And I'm going to turn this off. I got out a bowl for our gravy, y'all. I don't think it'll hold it. I'm going to have a bigger bowl. I got to have a big bowl for that gravy. I got a lot of gravy. Y'all going to have to scrunch down. This is Jethro's gravy bowl. You know Jethro on Beverly Hillbillies, how he liked to eat out of a big old bowl. Well, that's Jethro's bowl there. Because I made a bunch of gravy. Sure did. But I'm telling y'all, it's so good I could just eat gravy. I really could just eat gravy. Turn it this way. I'm going to try just to scoop this because it is... That's hard to pick up, y'all. Something just fell back in my cabinet. I heard it. Probably a spoon or something. Look at all those onions. Y'all, whatever's left of this, I will freeze. This gravy, whatever's left, I will put it in my soup cubes and freeze it. And then next time I won't have to make gravy. I'll already have my gravy made. And I know you're all going to say I put mushrooms and everything, and I did not put mushrooms in this. And I could have. I could very well have put mushrooms in this gravy, and I usually do. But I just decided that we'd just go with onions tonight. Just wasn't feeling the mushrooms, and I usually am. Y'all know that. I put them in everything. There's our gravy, and I've already tasted it, and it is so yummy. There's our steak. Here's our mashed potatoes. I've got us a tomato out of our little garden. I'm going to get it sliced up. And a little bitty cucumber. My cucumbers turn out to be about that big. A little bitty tip down here, but they get fat on one end. I wish y'all would tell me why they do that, but that's what they're doing. But I'm going to cut me up 2 round cucumbers because they're about round. And That's going to be our supper, y'all. So y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you won't miss a video. That'll be all for this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.